Hello Pisces and welcome. This is going to be a tarot reading for your sign, and I hope you've all had a good beginning on the new year. I'm gonna start my year with doing a mantra for 40 days. So I've been doing it for like 80 days now, and I'm gonna put it in the description box because I thought it was beautiful. It's called the Longtime Sun, and I got to know it through my mother, who is a really good Kundalini guru. And the deck I'm gonna use for you today, Pisces, is this Ink and Intuition Tattoo Tarot, and it was given to me from a friend who bought it in Copenhagen for some years ago. I don't know where to get it though, but I like tattoos and tarot, so for me it was a really nice gift. So do you have any New Year's resolution, Pisces, or like New Year's ambition? I don't like it, New Year's make promises too much, but more ambitions is nice, or like ideas or something like that. Please let me know, because I think it's nice with conversations, and I promise to get back to you. The first card that came out for you is the Ten of Swords. It's not the nicest energy to be in, but since it comes out like in the beginning of the year, I'm feeling like the worst is behind you. The Ten of Swords is kind of a horrible energy, really, because you can see this sword has already said, I'm giving up here, I'm lying down, and still these other swords keep coming down. So there could be a group of people bullying you or something like that. It could be one person who wants to bring you down. But 10 are always endings, and they're connected to the wheel in the major arcana, where when things are starting to turn and when it's time for something else. So I'm gonna continue pulling some more cards and we'll see where it goes. I've been in the Ten of Swords a couple of times, but the worst I think was like 3 years ago or something. I was in this relationship with someone I really liked, but it went to H. And I thought I think actually I was probably close to dying from grief and exhaustion, and also like I got physically ill from stress. But here I am. I'm not saying I'm on top of the world, but I'm still here and I'm happy, and that's enough for me. The next card that comes out is the Seven of Pentacles, and I actually feel like this is a nice card to get after a Ten of Swords situation. For this is planting seeds. This is planting seeds of things that you want to have coming in your life, and you're also having like the time and the patience to see where the seeds will take you. There's an hourglass in the middle here, and you have plenty of time. You can see there is more sand up here than down there, and the arrows are pointing 3 different directions, which means you're like happy. You don't have like one single wish perhaps, but you can plant different seeds and see which of them grows, and you're happy either way, I feel like. Too many cards. It's full moon here today, so I haven't slept much actually. Are you affected by it? I don't know if I usually am, but these 2 nights it's been really difficult to sleep, and I have had a lot of dreams. The third card to come out for Pisces is the King of Swords. And to me, in this picture, the King of Swords looked like a protector of some sort. He's holding up his sword, but it's not in an aggressive way, because he's a king, and he's not like... The Knight of Swords can look a bit more harsh, like the page also. And they haven't really learned to control this strong... this strength that they have. The sword is like mental strength, but I also feel like that the swords, court card within the swords are also, they are like fighters, that they are warriors, and I just feel like this is a good card to have. And since it comes, the Seven of card comes between, and then comes this person, I really feel that there is someone around you who's going to protect you. It could be like a father, it could be even a brother, or just a friend who is like there and watching over you, so to speak, and making sure that this won't happen again. That's what I feel like. He has his back turned against the seeds you have planted, so he's sort of keeping guards for watching over your garden. Let's see what the second row brings for dear Pisces. I have my Venus in Pisces, which I think makes me romantic romantic dreamer in so many ways. The next card that comes out is the Two of Swords, and it's usually in the traditional tarot deck, the most common. There is someone with a blindfold over her eye and 2 swords like crossing, I think, and it's like not seeing things clearly and trying to make a decision. But in this card there is no blindfold. There are 2 swords and a rose in the middle. I feel like there is kind of 2 strong energies like dancing around this rose, and no one of them wants to give up, and they are like equally strong. I don't feel that there's anything bad, but there's a bit of a standstill, and like a mental inability to move forward. And we don't always have to move forward. We can sometimes there's a reason why we have to stop and think. Just gonna take some tea. And the next card is, sorry, 2 cards came out, and I just like to have one at a time. But it was the 4 of Cups, so let's see if it shows again. And we have the Fool card. The Fool card I also feel is a very nice card. It comes underneath these planted seeds here. And I don't know why it made me think about the book Candide by Voltaire, Voltaire, the philosopher. He had like a home and a garden, and he went out to see the world, and he traveled all around the world, only to realize that the meaning with his life was to tend to his garden. and make it grow. And I don't know why I'm saying this now, but perhaps you need to go out on an adventure and waiting for the seeds here to grow. The Fool can also be a bit careless energy. He doesn't really watch his steps. That's why the dog is watching his steps here, so he doesn't fall off that cliff that comes afterwards. But I like the Fool's energy. I think it's connected to Aries and Aquarius, so it's a very those are quite fearless signs. I know you are a water sign, but and I think Pisces can be, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know too many Pisces. They can sometimes be a bit careful. And perhaps you need this, you kind of need a, because it's the major arcana, it can be like a push from the universe for you to become more, a bit more adventurous. If you've been in the Ten of Swords energy and had a lot of negativity around you, there's nothing wrong with like going out and trying to look at the world, like discovering the world for yourself and trying to have an adventure. And then the next card that comes out was Death, and it came in the reverse. I don't think I have reversals really in this deck, but since it came out in the reverse, I'm gonna keep it like this. And if we have it upright, there's like a Grim Reaper who has like ended those people on the ground. There are two people, which this card always makes me think of, like a relationship has ended. But I don't think, and I read differently every time, but since this Ten of Swords was here, I feel like, yes, it has ended, and it was something that was supposed to end because it's a major arcana. But you shouldn't look upon it as like a death. You shouldn't look upon it as an ending. You should just see it like this is your new beginning. Right? It was the end of death for you. Now you're alive again. Right? I don't know if you like my Ten of Swords experience. I was really brought down by people around me. People were lying to me, they were taking from me, I was saying mean things, and I am strong and I like myself, and I just kept thinking, it doesn't matter what other people think about me, the most important thing is what I think about myself. And so I left all those people behind. And I'm a lot of my own now, and I like it, but I've always liked my own company. I like people too, if they're nice. And the next card in the third row is the Knave of Wands. So I feel that there is going to come in someone new for you, because this is such a positive energy. I don't think the King of Swords was a love interest. I might be wrong, but I don't think so. I think this is a fiery person. It doesn't have to be a fire sign. He could have like he or she could have like a moon in Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or something like that that makes them fiery. It could also just be a person with a lot of passion for you, because he's like looking up at this Fool energy here, on this an independent person going his or her own way, and looking at you with admiration, I should say. So this is more like what I feel could come at the end of this month, perhaps. What else? Too many cards. I just want one at a time, please. Yes. And the next card that comes out is the Lovers. So there will come someone who is passionate about you, and you're going to feel the same, and you're going to feel like your heart is becoming alive again. And this perhaps was what I said, that you shouldn't look upon this ending as something negative. This ending was really your new beginning. Let's see what the last card is. This is a nice reading for you. I don't know how far in the future this will be. Perhaps it will be as soon as you have planted your seeds and you have gained the strength to look at life with curiosity again. And the last card that comes out is the Five of Swords. So this love will create some conflict. It comes underneath the Death and the King of Swords. So perhaps whoever is your protector is gonna say, are you really gonna throw yourself into another relationship right now? But since the Lovers is the major arcana, it will probably be hard for you to resist. I can't say now if this Knave of Wands is like a good person or if it's gonna end well. But I think you're gonna go for it, since we have the Fool card. And the Fool card is ready for a new adventure. Perhaps you have a spirit that is difficult to break. And I think whatever this conflict is, it's going to like dissolve. That's what I'm feeling, because the direction of the swords. It's not this conflict is not set in stone, but it's going to be like some argument about this new love here, I feel. But that's life, right? Nothing to worry about much, I feel. And now I'm gonna pull an oracle card to finish this reading and see what the divine wants to tell you. And then I'm gonna read this card for you, and it's usually pretty long, but I think it's worth it. And it's for you, Pisces, and it's from the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle by Alana Fairchild. You have to excuse my bad English. I don't speak it very often, so this is I think the only time I speak it when reading tarot. And here we have your card, and I think it was beautiful considering the Ten of Swords, where people try to bring you down here. It says, her joy overcomes gravity. And as I said before, I think your spirit is hard to break. And it was a number 2. Did you know that joy is strong enough to overcome any darkness? I invite you to let go of the heaviness of fear and enter into the lightness of joy. I'll help you get there, because I want you to feel happiness, relief and freedom from that which has weighed you down. There is nothing so heavy that my joy cannot heal it. Even the most cumbersome of burdens shall become light as a feather as you join me in the field of spiritual grace. Sometimes it's just time to lay down the pain of the past and lighten up. It is not about invalidating what has happened. You learned, you grow wiser, and that is important. It has helped you to become strong, to become the person that you are today. But if you stay stuck in the pain of your past, thinking about it, fearing that it will repeat again and holding yourself back, you are letting it pull you down like emotional gravity. If you feel so heavy, how can you take a leap of faith and believe that you can fly? Instead, you might compromise your dream and convince yourself that pain of the past is an indication of what your future holds. You may forget to allow joy to inspire you to dream of a more beautiful life. That would be a shame, because there is a more beautiful life available for you, and you are being guided towards it now. Find a moment to smile, to play, to feel lightness in your heart, even if you are consumed with darkness and great loss. Imagine there is a tiny pinhole of light that exists in the deepest recess of your heart that can never be extinguished. Even through darkest night, the light is present. And when you remember it, even just for that moment, you shall be able to take pleasure and joy in some facet of your life, in some sweet memory or some hopeful prayer. In these moments, you are falling into the joyful hand of the Divine Mother, where great comfort and blessings of healings are granted. She wants you to be happy. Let her help you. Even the most difficult situations can heal, and the most painful past can be released, freeing you into a new life. Allow the Divine Mother to help you reconnect to your joy within, helping you to let go and start anew. Explore to discover what simple things bring you happiness and pleasure. Give yourself permission to experience them. Create some light in your life. You can do this, and you deserve it. Remember that you can shine a light from your own happiness to help others and to find the light to lead them through their pain into healing. You will not help a drowning person by diving into the ocean and drowning along with them. Don't let another create negative energy for you. Live your life with a sense of happiness, even in the smallest ways, and watch how your happiness increases. And here's a healing process for you, Pisces. For this exercise, you shall use an ice cube. Place your ice cube in a sink and say aloud, I allow frozen past pains to melt away through divine grace. The more I let go now, the more beautiful new light can enter my life. Through unconditional divine love, may all good and beautiful blessings come to me now, so be it. Just relax and feel the goodness entering your heart as your ice cube melts away. If you want to speed up the process with some hot water from the tap, go for it. When your ice cube has melted, place your hands in prayer at your forehead for a moment and say thank you. You have finished your healing process. And I have finished your reading, Pisces. I thought it was beautiful. And thank you for listening, and bless you, and Happy New Year.